Hello and welcome back to the Bedtime Stories Podcast. It's been a while since I've said that.
I don't know why I got the giggles now. Oh my God, it's been so bloody long. Guys, it's been like a year. I think it's actually been like a year. I don't know when the last bit when we posted was.
It's
With
been
your
a while.
hosts, Callum and Hannah. I nearly forgot how to say it.
Anyway, where have we been? We've just got back from Thailand, okay? We was in Thailand for 30 days. Now,
God.
the plan was for it to be a bit longer and us to travel more of the world, but a few things happened, didn't it?
So much happened in Thailand that I don't actually think we can fit it all into one episode. I reckon every episode from here on out is going to be like a section of us talking about Thailand because...
I'm talking ping pong shows. Sorry, that's my phone. It's auto glass. I have to answer
You got
it.
to answer it. BRB.
Absolute liberty. Sorry about that.
£570 is really bad.
£570. That's literally £200 more than this other company that quoted me.
Anyway, let's actually get back into it, you lot.
Don't drive, guys, because it's too expensive. All right.
Here is something that I wanted to talk about before we get into Thailand, because there is a lot to unpack with that. In one of the last episodes I think we filmed, honestly, about nearly a year ago, Callum went on a rant, a tangent. If you want to insert clip here of Callum being like, you don't need to drive. Why is everyone telling me I need to get my driver's license? So Callum's got his driver's license now.
I've got my driver's license. I drive a car. Yeah, baby. Listen, when I tell you, when you start driving, the freedom you get, you finally become a man. A man is what you become. You have a power and a responsibility that you've never experienced before. And it's just amazing. The things I've been able to do, the places I've been able to see. But let me tell you, it's expensive. It's my windscreen chipped, all right? And I went to Halford to try and get it repaired. They said it's too big, so we left it. And I come back from Thailand, and the thing has cracked all the way down the screen. So now I've got to get it replaced. And I've also got a dent in my car, which is going to cost me 200 quid. So it's good to be back.
Woohoo! Back to reality.
Back to reality. I don't know. The song.
Oh, please. Let's not do that. We're right at the beginning. God,
Sorry.
if you want to tune out, I would do just right now.
If you want to tune out because of her annoying voice, what was you going to say anyway?
Well, I was going to say the parallel between you having a go about people driving that it's stupid to be driving and it's a waste of money, and then now, driving's the most freedom you can ever get. It comes back from Thailand and he's like, guys, it's freedom. Like,
seriously, since I've come back from Thailand, though, I've actually I've noticed I've been able to handle my stress a little bit better.
are you serious?
How's that funny? I can handle my stress better. I don't know.
Okay, cut to me and Callum at the airport 2 days ago. We're at the conveyor belt at Heathrow waiting for our suitcases to come round. Callum's sweating. He's stressing. We're watching our suitcases come out and some guy just stands right in front of him with his backpack on and Callum's like, are you having a laugh, mate?
Okay, this is an exception, right? So when you're in the airport waiting for your baggage and you have a clear view and you've left loads of space in front of you so that everyone can go and get theirs if it comes back around, you get these arseholes, right, that fill that gap, that fill that void and just stand there in your way right in front of the conveyor belt, leaving no space for anybody else to collect their luggage. Now, I think if you do that, you are a selfish, incompetent prick.
This guy just stands right in front of Callum. His neck pillow is in Callum's face. I just saw Callum's face drop and he went, are you having a laugh, mate?
Turns around with his little earphones in and he's like, I was like, bruv, your pillow just smacked me in the face and now I can't see the conveyor belt. So I was like, Hannah, we're going back around the other side. And it was empty around the other side. People were actually like cautious and cared about other people getting their luggage.
Cautious and cared.
Yeah. Listen, this is one thing I actually am quite worried about. My vocabulary is so bad. I can't string a sentence together.
It's because all you watch is brain rot. Callum's one of those people that he's an Instagram Reels fiend. You are. You know you are.
No, I'm a reacher fiend.
Oh, God, here we go about Reacher.
I'm not going to go too much into it because I'll speak for hours about that. But Reacher on Amazon Prime is probably one of the best shows ever created. And I genuinely think they could release an episode a week like Brooklyn Nine-Nine or like Friends and people would still tune in.
Would you say it's your favourite show now? I genuinely think it's your favourite TV show at the minute.
It's my favourite TV show at the minute. It's actually up there in my top 5 of all time.
Really?
TV shows, not movies.
What was it before? What would you say number 1 was?
Number 1 is Money Heist and always will be.
That's so true.
Anyway, what are we doing, bruv?
Sorry.
We just got back from a month hiatus in Thailand.
Okay, so let's...
I need to turn you down.
What do you mean?
You're loud.
You are so rude. Anyway, rewind to January. Me and Callum were looking at houses. Funny enough, we were about to move out. We were looking at places to live. So basically, we were going to rent, and we were out and we were doing it, and we were about to put in an offer, and we both sat down and we went, what the fuck are we doing? This is such a waste of money. Let's just go traveling. And we literally that day decided to not move out. Bear in mind, we've been looking for weeks. And we just both had this like gut instinct where it was like, we are 24, we have no responsibilities, we've got no children, nothing really holding us back apart from a few payments here and there. There was nothing really holding us back. And we said, if there is any time to do it, it's now. And we just said, yeah, fuck it. We booked a one-way ticket to Thailand. And that's the end of that. That's the story.
That is not the story. I'm talking about, we need to tell them about what happened in Thailand. Yeah?
God, like I said, that could literally end up being like a 5 episode.
What didn't happen in Thailand? Let's talk about, so when you first get to Thailand, it's exactly what you expect it to be.
Yes.
Whatever you build Thailand to be in your head, that's exactly what it is. And it's somewhat, not underwhelming. Like, because you expected it, because you see so much of it online, it's sort of like you get there and you're like, oh, it does look like how you see it online. Now, like, I can imagine that's what it's like anywhere. Like, you go to America and it's like, yeah, it's America.
Yeah.
Because you've seen it so much already. But one thing I will say is you do not realise how beautiful it is, and you don't take enough in until you're home.
Yeah. I didn't have any expectations for Thailand. That's the thing. I didn't go there. Like, I hadn't really seen too much online. Like, I wasn't one of those people that was watching YouTube videos about it. Like, I didn't really know the depths of what Thailand was actually going to be like. And when we got there, I was like, wow. You really do feel like you are in a different world. I think going from like, because me and Callum have always just travelled within Europe. We'd never gone. This was like the first international flight we'd ever taken, the longest flight we'd ever done. So like going somewhere that is so out of your comfort zone, like it's literally on the other side of the world. So it was a lot. I think the first few days we got there, it was so intense. It was so
intense. And we didn't even start in Bangkok like what everyone else does. We started in
the south,
Phuket, in the south, in a place called Surin. By the way, Surin's probably my favourite place of all time. That place was absolutely unreal. Most beautiful beach. No one is there because no one knows about it. That I know of anyway.
Well, it's literally 5 minutes from Bang Tao, and Bang Tao's really popular.
Bang Tao. Bang Tao.
Okie dokie. Here's another thing about Thailand. We figured out as we were going along that Callum was actually saying Saudi cow wrong. Now, Saudi cow for a woman is hello. I think it's hello, how are you? But Callum was going, Saudi crap. It's
Saudi crap.
No, but there's no R. It's cap. For a woman, it's ka. For a man, it's cap.
No, I wasn't saying Saudi crap. I was saying Saudi cap, and I was saying kop kun crap.
Yeah, it's kup and cap. For a man.
Nah, bruv, I'm right. You're wrong. It's kop kun crap.
That's thank you. So
kop kun crap.
Kop and kwa is for a woman, and then kop and cap for a man. So you've even got me confused.
Because you're wrong.
Are you ready?
Google this shit.
How much do you want to bet?
So, thank you in Thai.
Thank you in Thai. But it's gonna give me the female version, not the male version. Thank you, but for male. So just say it how you've been saying it.
Kop kun crab.
Okay. My phone is saying kop kun krub.
Exactly.
It's saying krub though.
What?
Like krub. Like
krub.
You. Hang on.
ขอบคุณขอบคุณ
Oh, we're saying it wrong.
Kop kun.
That's just thank you. ขอบคุณ
What's crab then?
I don't know.
Kop kun crap, mate.
Wait, Callum, we were saying it wrong for a month. Maybe it's thank you very much.
Kop kun crap.
Thank you very much.
But they don't even say the kun. They say
ขอบคุณมากนะ
We didn't say none of that. I don't know. I don't know what we were saying.
No.
Thank you, crap.
But listen, things that I will take away from Thailand, because like we were trying to speak their language. We were trying. We failed miserably.
It doesn't work.
But things that I will take away from Thailand is that the people, they are some of the loveliest people I have ever met in my life. Like the culture, the hospitality, they were just so friendly. And I get it's such built up touristic areas. If it was anywhere else in the world, you'd be like, they would probably be hating the tourists. But out there, you just don't feel that animosity at all. Like, they were so lovely. So lovely.
There's a few, like, you can see that there's a select few Thai people who hate Brits. Like, I saw it in some of their faces, just like, oh, just go away.
Just go home.
Yeah. One thing that I will never be able to have gotten used to even if I was there for a year, is some of the smells. Like I'm not judging. Everyone has their own way of doing things. London stinks, but the sewage system there, it's not obviously ideal. And now everywhere you walk, not everywhere, about 80% of the places you walk, you just smell pure shit. Poo, human poo. Like you could take a shit in your hotel, leave it, walk downstairs, and what you're smelling is probably your shit.
It's the plumbing is non-existent really.
It's
isn't
intense.
It? Yeah.
It's intense. Now, also, if you go to Thailand, okay, don't be this person. Don't wipe your ass with the tissue, right, and just put it straight in the bin. I don't get how people are doing this. Wash your asshole using the bum gun, okay? The bum gun is there to clean your ass from shit, and then you use the tissue to dry it, then put it in the bin so it doesn't smell like poo.
Because for context, you can't throw toilet paper down the toilet there. Like you have to put it in the bin. So you have the bum gun to clean yourself essentially, which Callum is sorely missing since coming back.
Listen, right, I have never felt cleaner in my life. Now, back here in the UK, obviously we don't have those installed. Probably costs a lot of money. So what I do is use flushable wet wipes after I finish
TMI,
going.
Callum, TMI.
Nah, but like flushable wet wipes, because if you just use tissue paper, it's disgusting. If you just use toilet paper to wipe your ass, it's so disgusting because there's still so much left over. So I'm going to buy a bum gun and I'm going to get it installed in my toilet because I've never felt fresher.
Amazing. I'm really, really happy for you for that because I know you were loving the bum gun. You were
I
loving
was
it.
loving it. And then like we was out there with a few people, all right, I'm not going to name any names, and we're talking about the bum gun, and they're going, oh, you know, I just put my toilet paper in the bin. I don't really use the bum gun, so I'm like, so when I walk into a toilet and smell human poo, it's yours. Like,
in the toilet.
Bruv, like, use this is exactly the way you should do it. Go to the toilet, do your deed, wash using the bum gun, dry it using the tissue paper, then put it in the bin so you can avoid that smell of shit.
Well, it is a much cleaner way of going to the toilet. I feel like we're talking about the toilet far too much now.
We are talking about it.
Do you know when Callum was also using the toilet every second of the day? Oh, when he got food poisoning.
We shouldn't clap about that. That ruined like 1/3 of the trip.
Oh, the thing is, before we went to Thailand, you hear the stories. People get Thai belly. People get, you get the food poisoning. You get ill. And I don't think we expected it to hit as harshly as it did. But
or as soon as it did.
Yeah, it was like the second week we were there. Bear in mind, we weren't eating food out. We literally were not eating any of the food out because we have such bad allergies. Well, me in particular. And we'd had a McDonald's that morning. Now, I know everyone's going to be in the comments like, you eat Western food.
You went to Thailand to get McDonald's.
Yeah, okay. Well,
shut up.
I'm allergic to a lot of stuff. I can't eat out. Anyway, we eat this McDonald's. The whole day goes by. Hits evening time. Callum is just KO. I'm like, oh, he must have heat exhaustion. He's been in the sun all day. He's had a few beers. Give him some water, hydrate him up. A few hours rolls by. Nothing. He's just still in bed. He's getting hotter. I was like, wow, this heat exhaustion's really bad this time.
If I said flame on, I would have turned into the Human Torch.
Yeah. Then it hits around midnight and the toilet trips begin. Okay. When I say toilet trips, I'm not talking like, oh no, I need to go to the toilet. It's like he's not making it to the toilet.
I lost 3 pairs of Calvin Kleins in Thailand.
Oh, Callum, it's so sad. So that was a rough night, that first night. And the next day, so Callum, at this point, we still are believing it's heat exhaustion because he wasn't being sick, which is normally a real sign of food poisoning, is that you're vomiting and you've got diarrhea, right? So the next day, I'm thinking he's definitely just dehydrated, loads of vitamin tablets, wet cloths all over him to cool him down, Panadol to keep his temperature down. And we had this thing booked in, Yona Beach Club, which is a floating beach club in the middle of the sea. Now, we'd had this booked in for so long. It was one of the things we were the most excited to do in Patong. And the day it comes round, he was so ill. Like
so bad.
That morning, I looked at him and he was so like swollen, just like, oh, I felt so sorry for you. And he was such a trooper because I was like, we're going to stay. And he was like, no, we can do it. Let's go. And we get there and you were okay. You were okay for like...
I was all right.
You were all right until you weren't all right. You weren't all right. And then, we had to go home.
We had to leave a little bit early. One thing I want to say about Yona Beach Club, right? The concept, sick.
Yeah.
But they let on too many guys. That place was a sausage party.
Sorry, this is one thing about it as well, is that when you buy a ticket online, they have a ladies pass and then they have a normal day pass. The ladies pass is half the price. So I'm assuming that's because they want more women there. When we got there, I realised why. You are so right. There was so many men there. I felt like the ratio was like 60 to 70.
But I think
60,
Thailand,
70?
Thailand overall was a lot more like guys
Do they?
than females. Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't pick up on it because I noticed a lot more girls out than men.
Man. Like you'd go on nights out and it'd just be men, and they're not men. They're creeps, man. Like they're creeps. There's groups of guys just walking around, just like poncing on these innocent females, mate. It's disgusting.
Well, anyway, food poisoning continuity. Another day rolls by. The day after going to beach club, what have we got? A 12-hour trip to another island. The poor man. I literally looked at him the next morning. The whole night, the same situation was going on. Again, a few accidents on the way to the toilet, lots of Panadol, lots of electrolytes. The next morning, it's 9 a.m. and I look at him and I say, Callum, we have to get a ferry to the PP Islands today. Are you ready for this? Like, are you okay for this? And he was like, yeah, babe, I got it. And as every hour rolled by on this journey, I was like, he was just getting worse and worse and worse. And I know I was being annoying because I was like, you okay? You're right. You're okay.
Every
You're right.
second of every day, it was just, you okay? You're right. You're okay.
Because there's
The last thing you want to hear when you feel completely shit to the point where you've got no energy to even speak is, are you okay?
But there's nothing worse than like the person you're traveling with. Like I'm there. I am there to look after you and help you, and you're not telling me how you're feeling.
Turned into Florence Nightingale.
Oh,
She was looking after me like a nurse.
But we got to the PP Islands, and that is when we soon realised that heat exhaustion does not last 3 days. Why is he still really unwell? And that's when we were like, okay, he's definitely got food poisoning. So Callum was bedbound for about 4 days in the PP Islands. We had to book in 2 extra days while we were out there because we wouldn't have enjoyed it if not. We wouldn't have been able to actually enjoy it.
Yeah. It ended up actually costing us quite a bit of money, me being ill, because I was missing out on so many things. We was booking things, we couldn't make it. And we had to book like extra days in hotels and stuff. And the hotel that we booked the extra days in was smelly, weren't it? Was it the water there was stinks?
The PP Island smells like sewage.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It is a beautiful island. I know. I loved it. I thought it was stunning. They have such cool shows in the evening. It's a really fun place to be. It's great. It really is. But their sewage system, okay, can you insert a video of the beach that I took?
will.
So the last day we were there, okay, bear in mind, I'd been going in this sea for 3 days. 3 days. The last day we were there, Callum finally was well enough to get out of the house. So I said, let's go to the beach.
The man with some logic.
Yeah, let's go and finally see the beach. And we're walking along the beach, and I'm barefoot. Callum's in his Crocs, and I kept feeling squidgy stuff under my feet. And I was like, oh, this sand is so soft. We carry on walking, yada, yada, yada. We filmed a TikTok video at the beach. And then as we're walking back, I was like, Callum, there's worms on the floor. Oh, my God.
These dirty, thick, long, white, like transparent worms. What?
There's a bug on me. Sorry. As we're talking about worms, there's a bug on me. Oh, that was horrible. I don't know where it's gone. Anyway, the video in here, they're like sluggish and they move inside the water, so you, like in the sand, so you can't see them. I was walking barefoot on that.
Can we also just point out that that there was water randomly just falling from the sand in the beach?
So
and it's shit water.
So as we're walking, I'm like, Callum, this beach stinks so bad. I was like, wow, their bins, like they must not clean out the bins here. I'd never experienced such bad sewage smell on a beach. Obviously, we'd seen these worms, and then Callum's just stood there, and he's gone, babe. I was like, what? Don't tell me anything else. I think they run their sewage through the sea. I've gone, no. I've been in this sea for 3 days, and then we Googled it, and yes, the PP Islands, they run
80%. So the PP Islands runs 80% of their sewage back out into the ocean.
And
that she was swimming in for 3 days.
And then
prior.
when you actually look at it, you can see how filthy the water is. But the thing is, places like Maya Bay and Monkey Beach, like the little islands that you can do excursions on, they're protected. So and because of over tourism, they actually close them for a few months a year to make sure they stay clean.
Mm-hmm.
But the actual PP Island itself is not clean. So be wary when you go into the water in the PP Islands, because how I didn't get E. coli or something, I don't know. I should have. I should have some kind of disease from that.
Another thing about PP as well is they don't have like transport. Oh, yeah. All they use is these big wheelbarrows to transport everything, right? Their construction materials, their food and drinks to places, people, luggage. Like the whole island is these really tiny roads. They just use wheelbarrows. And you'll see the odd electric motorbike every now and then.
Yeah, no cars, no motorbikes, and that's how they transport your luggage from the ferry port over to the like main bit of the island. And they'll put all your stuff in there, and then the guy will start wheelbarrowing it, and he'll go beep. Beep beep beep.
Yeah.
To get
Beep,
through.
beep.
That's how they basically use a horn out there, because the island is so tiny. I reckon you could actually walk it in 15 minutes. It is so small.
Yeah, it is. Small.
And to be fair, I love the PP Islands. I know you were very poorly for it, and we enjoyed those last couple of days. But Callum didn't get to experience it in full.
I couldn't wait to get off BP Island.
No.
Just because I knew though, I was like, okay, the water is full of shit.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? That the time we had at PP Islands, the hotel we had in particular, and I know this is a lot with all of the hotels and the hostels in the area, is even the shower water is like sewage. So you know when people go to Thailand, they say, oh, I came back from Thailand and my hair was so like disgusting and bad. It's because you're using the water in the PP Islands. Let me tell you right now, I ran that tap, right? And it filled up yellow. The tap, the sink filled up yellow.
It filled up yellow.
The smell of our shower was like sewage. Callum didn't shower for like 3 days. I'm blasting him here. He was poorly, and it was even worse that he was poorly and the shower stunk of sewage.
It's making me feel sick.
And then on the last day, this was my final straw for the PP Islands. Last day, I'm going for a wee in the middle of the night, and what scuttles out of the drain? A cockroach! And it was honestly, it was huge. It was like the size of a golf ball, and you could hear it rattling. So I'm panicking, right? I'm like, oh my god, there's a fucking cockroach. I've never seen one. I've never had to deal with a cockroach. So I'm like stressing out. I'm panicking. I run out the bathroom like, Callum's like dead to the world.
Can we bear in mind I was asleep? All right, I was asleep and I was ill. She wakes me up because of a little cockroach.
Little. Callum, it was, you heard it scuttling. Anyway, so I'm pacing up and down like, Callum, oh my God, it's a cockroach. Babe, what do you want me to do about it? I was like, oh no, he's not well enough to kill it. I'm going to have to do it myself. So I've grabbed my Birkenstock, right? And I thought, you know what? I'll just shut the bathroom door and deal with it in the morning. It's not going to leave. As I'm shutting the bathroom door, this fucker must have been like, yeah, it's my opportunity to escape. Scuttles out onto the wall. I didn't know they had that kind of mobility
on the
to them.
wall?
On the wall. So it's like, it was on the floor in the bathroom, and then it scuttles out onto the wall. Right? Did you not see the splatter mark after I killed it on the wall?
I thought you killed it on the floor.
No. So I'm like, right, now I have to kill it, because if that crawls on my face in the night, I will genuinely I'll hyperventilate. So I've picked up my big old Birkenstock. I've just gone, smacked on the floor. And I did leave it there for the cleaning staff, unfortunately, because I did not touch it. I was not moving it.
Yet you was fine sleeping in a shed with lizards all over the walls.
Yeah, but lizards aren't going to scuttle on my face and make me feel weird. A cockroach is dirty, infested. I don't like cockroaches. Geckos are cute because they've got little hands and they're like, you know, like eating.
They are cute.
Like eating flies.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother podcast topic. We went to the Cowsock National Park, the floating bungalows.
The Cowsock National Park is the most beautiful place ever created by man that I've seen so far.
We will talk about this in proper detail because we were there for 24 hours. It was incredible. But I just want to finish the story about how Callum recovered from food poisoning.
Go on then.
PP Islands. We leave PP Islands. We do Cowsock National Park, and he's still suffering a bit. It honestly took Callum about a week, maybe 2, to recover. And
9 days. And
do you know one of the things that saved him the most? Charcoal tablets and probiotics.
Mm-hmm.
You know when you see these TikToks before you go away like traveling, it's like, make sure you take these things traveling with you, and you're like, yeah, right. When the fuck am I going to use 25 tablets, like charcoal tablets? Saved him.
If you're going traveling to Thailand, okay, or anywhere in Southeast Asia, take probiotics and take charcoal tablets, because I promise you now, nothing will be able to affect your gut and make you sick. You understand? Probiotics and charcoal tablets.
And stay away from the Western food.
And stay away from the Western food and the ladybuys.
Oh God, no! But on day 4, I was starting to get really worried. I was like, right, he needs an IV drip. He needs to go to the emergency room, and he just wasn't having it. He was like, nah, I'll be fine, baby. I'll be fine. And I'm looking at him withering away in bed, and I was like, are you though? Are you? So I went to the emergency room and to the pharmacy. Sorry, went to the emergency room and the pharmacy, and I walk into the pharmacy, and I'm frantic. It's like 9 a.m. She's just opened up. I'm like, hello, my boyfriend, he's got food poisoning. Like, is there anything you can give him? And she was like, yeah, the food poisoning very common for the Westerner. And I was like, oh, fantastic, great. She just hands me antibiotics over the counter. Number one, I was like, whoa, gully pop. You haven't asked me his age. You haven't asked me his weight. You haven't even asked me if he's got any allergies to anything. Like, just hands me antibiotics. I was like, okie dokie, let's go for that then. And yeah, she gave me a bunch of stuff. We got Callum these sachets, like for diarrhea. This is so TMI. These sachets to basically stop him from shitting himself. And he took them, but then in turn, that gave him trapped wind. So
Oh my
this is
God.
this is the levels that Callum went through. Intense food poisoning, shitting himself. Followed by trapped wind because the diarrhea tablets made him stop shitting, right? Then followed swiftly on from that, he had neck pain that was so bad from the food poisoning that he went to get a massage and she almost killed him in that massage.
We're not just gonna
You could talk about
glide
it.
over that. Okay. Right. So I had a bad neck due to the food poisoning. I was dehydrated. It was causing me to have a bad neck, headaches, a lot. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go and get a massage, a Thai massage, because that's what I need to help me with my neck pain. And I was just tight everywhere, you know, malnourished because I'm not eating. And I thought, okay, I'm going to go and get a nice oil massage. No, I wasn't there for the happy ending, all right, because I ain't a weirdo. It was far from a happy fucking ending, let me tell you, right?
You were happy
tried,
you were alive.
This woman tried to kill me. She attempted to murder me. I laid down on this bed, right? And all of a sudden, bang! What the fuck was that? And she's got her elbow in my back, right? Trying to get all these knots out, trying to do all this. It's like, oh my God. Like, you know, when you're in so much pain, you just make that noise. Oh, like, and you just, there's nothing you can do in that moment. It's like the only thing I can compare it to is getting the 6th hour of a tattoo. That's when it starts to get painful. Now, it was an hour. It didn't stop. She just kept going for 60 minutes, just battering and bruising me. This little Thai lady. And at one point, she had to ask me if I was okay because I was fucking weeping. I was like, like that, like in genuine pain. It was on the pain scale, it was genuinely a 9 out of 10.
See, this is all happening, right? I've popped to the shops. I've left him in this beautiful spa. I was like, wow, he's going to come out feeling like a new man because his neck was really bothering him. And I was like, do you know what? He's going to come out, best time ever. And then we were doing a boat tour trip like an hour after this. So I've gone shopping. I've walked back in. And I've turned around the corner and Callum sat there. His hair is like everywhere. He's dripping with sweat. And he was like, babe, that was attempted murder. I was like, what the fuck has just happened? I thought you came in here to have a nice time. I thought you were here to have a good time.
It was brutal.
Yeah, she hurt you.
The power in that small woman's arms, mate. And at one point, she had she was behind me, yeah, she had her foot in my back. She grabbed my arms, right, and goes like, it's my fucking hell, mate. Like, what is this? I was in pain for 3 days after that. And let me tell you, it didn't make me feel any better.
But didn't someone else walk in while you were getting it done? She started laughing.
Yeah. Her friend walked in and they said something in Thai. Both started laughing whilst I'm in a vulnerable position like this, just getting beaten the shit out of. And I'm just like, yeah, funny.
Oh, darling. What has she done to you?
Never again will I go for a Thai massage.
So, okay, let me just reiterate, we had a fantastic time traveling. We've spent half an hour
the past half hour just shitting on Thailand.
We're just getting past the big things that happened, which is food poisoning, followed by trapped wind, followed by nearly getting killed by a Thai lady in a Thai massage. That was, bless Callum, that was a good chunk of a week and a half in Thailand.
It was. And then so another thing as well, right? So Thailand, everyone goes there and drinks changs. Like these green bottles, and everyone loves these changs. It's like a Thai beer. It was disgusting.
I loved the chang.
Yeah,
I thought it was so nice. It reminded me of a Corona, like really good.
It was the most disgusting thing I've ever tasted. And so I was getting on the Singers and the Leos. Like it just left this weird, disgusting aftertaste in your mouth.
Anything good to say about Thailand, Callum?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Now on to the good things about Thailand.
No, again, that could be a whole thing.
Stop saying that.
Because it could.
But no, let's just talk about it because we'll have plenty of stories to tell.
Let's start off with, what is your top 3 things we did in Thailand?
That's a good question. The top 3 things we did in Thailand, right? The elephants, we went to see elephants.
Oh, we went to an elephant sanctuary.
Khao Sok National Park. And that hotel we booked 3 days before we came home.
Ah, yes, the hotel. You're not going to ask me what my favourite things are?
I was just going to add one more thing.
Go
Can
on.
we do 4 things?
add a honourable mention. Off you go.
The ping pong show.
Oh, for God's sake.
We're going to go into that, but do your three things.
Number 1, Cowstock National Park.
Yeah.
Absolute highlight. Incredible.
Mhm.
And we almost didn't do it. We almost didn't do it because Callum was still poorly. We weren't going to do it.
Yeah.
Number 2. I don't know. Wait. Jungle party in Koh Tao.
Oh, that was good.
We went to a party in the middle of the jungle in Koh Tao, which is also called Death Island, but we came out all right. Jungle party in Koh Tao was like a proper highlight for me as well. I loved that day. Koh Tao was good. And then I'd probably say either the elephants or I did like the fire shows. I thought the fire shows were incredible.
The fire
out there.
shows were cool.
The fire.
Three's not enough.
No, but that we did. Oh, we did so much. We did so much. Like when you
We
actually
did.
think about it.
But imagine how much more we could have done if I weren't ill for 9 days.
Yeah. Well, another reason we had to come home early, it wasn't just because obviously Callum was really poorly. We also couldn't eat a lot of the food out there because of how severe my allergies are and Callum's allergies too. And the scare of having food poisoning. Again, you don't want to eat out too much.
Yeah.
So, but we also had to come back for work commitments. So it was like we booked a one-way ticket out there, and as we started getting to it, we were like, damn, we actually need to come back.
We need to come back. Like
know.
it's
Yeah.
so sad.
Yeah.
Because you come back to reality and you feel like it's a weird feeling. You just be driving your car and it just feels like you've woken up from a really long dream.
Yeah.
And that nothing feels the same.
Yeah.
And do you know what's funny? Before we went out into Thailand, I saw a TikTok of someone saying, don't go traveling because life will never be the same after.
Yeah. I promise you, we came back not yesterday, the night before, and my best friend picked me up and we got in the car together and I was like, was that even real? Like, I think I was delirious off the 15-hour travel day, but I was like, it just, suddenly everything felt normal again. I was like sat there in the car talking to her and it was cold and we were in England and my phone was working and I had, and I was like, and I could see it, we were driving past an M&S garage and I was like, wait. Like my brain could not calibrate how different I felt out in Thailand, and then come back here, I'm like, I feel so weird. Like,
Yeah.
but you feel normal, but strange at the same time. I do feel like I've been really out of it these past couple of days. Really out of
because
it.
it's just like, back to it. Back to grey skies.
And the weather's shit.
The same shit. Just English people are so grumpy. Every single person in Thailand is happy. You won't see one person who's depressed. Everyone's smiling. And it's just, how can you not?
Yeah.
When your local place to go is the most beautiful beach in the world. Everyone's smoking weed because it's legal.
Oh.
You just have a beer and you can see the most beautiful views. Like in England, it's just built up estates of houses and like the only, like, I just can't fathom. We're so unhappy, and how can't we see the reason for that is because we do nothing.
I also just think that the UK is so we have so much overconsumption of everything. Like everyone compares themselves to each other, and you've got so much. And out there, it's more about the simple life. It's more about it's easy, it's fun, it's free, it's hot. You know what? If the UK had good weather consistently, just a month of rain I could deal with. If it had good weather consistently, we would be at least 30% happier. As a nation, we would be 30% happier.
Yeah.
Like genuinely. It is horrifying coming back. You're telling me I've gone from 36 degrees, drinking a coconut on the beach, getting a tan, having a chang, to a dirty grey sky. Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible.
But this is the thing, even when the sun is out in the UK, what can you do?
No.
You can't go to a beach. All you can do is go to a pub garden or your mate's house because there's nothing to do.
I will admit, I do like England in the summer though. You must admit that feeling of waking up at 7 a.m. and it's already bright outside.
Obviously, it's nice.
And especially, everyone's like, "Oh, we're going to the pub tonight," and you go to a little pub and you have a barbecue, and it's very nice.
I'm excited for barbecues. I promise you. Actually, I'm going to buy this in this next couple of weeks.
Blackstone.
I'm going to get the Blackstone grill, one of those big American grills that the Americans use.
Callum's such a dad now. Right, here's Callum
I should be
now.
wearing a vest right now.
Watch collection, car. Like he's such a. I feel like we've really grown up. You know what? I'm going to say it. Traveling's made us grow up.
Mate, we
I've
grew
come
up
back
before traveling.
30 days later and I'm changed as a person.
Yeah, we was there for 30 days, mate. Like, we weren't there for 6 months or a year. Do you know what I mean?
I'm acting like it's literally.
I don't even know if we can say we travelled.
No, I'd say we went on holiday for a month.
Yeah. We went on an extended holiday.
Oh no, but we did some boat trips.
Nah. Oh
we
my
had
God.
we had some travel days.
Can we talk about just how the worst part about travelling is travelling?
So true. Oh my God.
Like, you'll spend 3 days, because that's the most time you'll spend in one place is 3 days, because there's only so much you can do. And then on the third day, you have to pack up this 65-litre backpack with all the shit that you've taken out and thrown across the room into these little compression bags and neatly organise it like Tetris every 3 days.
No.
It's torture.
Every time I had to pack that backpack, I was thinking about how to end my life. I'm not. It was.
Fucking hell.
It was so irritating. And the thing is, like, you would unpack it the day you get there, and you're like, yay! And then the day before you're leaving comes, and you're like, why have I done this?
Yeah.
Why? Everything's everywhere. I just wanted to. It got to a point where I was like, I'm going to throw half my stuff away. I don't want it anymore. I don't even need my stuff.
And on the last day, the day we were coming home, her bag broke.
Right. I got this backpack, but it was a suitcase. It was wheeled and it had a backpack on it. From Mountain Warehouse, I was being it up the whole trip. I was going, my little 50-litre has done me so good. This thing is incredible. Like, I could not stop talking about how amazing it was. I was just saying to Callum the day before, wow, look at how amazing my suitcase is. She's lasted me the whole trip. Mwah, love her. The morning we're leaving, we're about to get on a 13-hour flight home. So it's like a long trip, okay? Packing my suitcase up. Zip. Oh, the teeth. The teeth on the zip just completely stopped. Like, they just stopped. Like, they wouldn't link together. Do you know what I mean? So it was like one side was on and one side was off.
Like when you zip up your jacket and it just like from the bottom just
right
flapping about.
So I'm stressing now. I'm really stressing out. I'm like, this can't be happening. My suitcase is literally broken the day we are leaving. Like, as if. I'm like, we're going to have to get it saran wrapped, whatever. We ended up just clipping it together with buckles. Like, it had like these little buckles on the side. I just hope for the best. I said, listen, it's only got one flight to do. She's done a lot. She's done ferries. She's done long tail boats. She's done tuk-tuks. You can do a flight. You can do it. And when it came on that conveyor belt and I saw it still together at Heathrow Airport, I was like, thank you.
But can we just talk about how yours was the last one to come out?
It was the last one to come out.
Like, so it was kind of like, oh my God, it's exploded whilst in the plane and just gone everywhere.
I've always had such bad suitcase anxiety when you're at the airport that it's happened so many times where my suitcase has either been lost and they've had to send it to me wherever I've been. It's been broken twice. So I've had my suitcase lost, I think 3 times and broken twice. So I have really bad anxiety about when my suitcase doesn't come out. I'm like, this is it. It's happening again.
Yeah.
Because I have such bad PTSD from it. I spent one summer in Spain with my family wearing my sister's clothes for 4 days. Bear in mind, my sister is a lot smaller than me. A lot. We're 2 years apart, but she is a lot skinnier than me. Squeezing into her clothes because they lost my suitcase. And they had to send it out to me like a week later. So I've got really bad PTSD from that. So when I saw it wasn't coming around, I was like, why has no one loved me this trip? Why is God not good?
Talking about PTSD. So when we was in Thailand, we went to a ping pong show.
Oh.
You have to go to a ping pong show if you go to Thailand. So we're walking through, what's the road called?
Koh Sam Road.
Koh Sam Road.
If you know, you know.
In Bangkok. Yeah, if you know, you know. There's
Insane.
a lot of cock. Sorry, that was weird. So we're walking through Koh Sam Road and this man comes over. He's like, ping pong show. And we're like, fuck it. Yeah, let's do it. How far? 10 minutes. Cool. Jump on the back of his tuk-tuk. This bloke's going 90 mile an hour down these roads in Bangkok. Bear in mind, they're full of people, full of mopeds. We're playing music. We're pissed out of our heads. We're like, this is the best thing ever. We get to this back road that he pulls into, right? There's bags of rubbish everywhere. There's a big metal door. Someone opens it. There's a man sitting at a table counting cash. And we're like, what the fuck have we got ourselves into?
This was not a show.
This was a strip club and there was a load of girls being exploited. I hated every second of it. Anyway, we sit down. These ladies come out, right? They got their panties on. I look away. I look back. No panties on. Fuck, what's going on? We're in firing line of these vaginas and ping pong balls. Guys, I'm drinking my beer. This lady pops a ping pong ball out of her vagina, right? It lands on my fucking arm. Bear in mind, I have a fresh tattoo on this arm. If I went there 2 weeks earlier, I would have had an STD on my arm. It was wet. I had to wipe off the wetness.
And the thing is, when Callum gets annoyed, he goes like really, huffy
I
puffy.
wasn't annoyed.
No,
though.
you were. I could tell you were a bit like. So I'm pissing myself. Like I'm literally crying with laughter. She's popped it out. And there was a woman in front of us trying to catch it with a net, and she couldn't catch it. And Callum's like, whatever. She's come over and she's like, I'm so sorry. Callum's like, yeah. Cheers, love.
Could have landed on my shorts or my top. No, it lands on my forearm.
They sat us right in the front, mate. We were in firing line.
Then she comes over, right, starts pulling these LED lights out of her fanny.
Yeah.
She comes up to me, telling me to grab it and pull it. I am fine, thank you, sweetheart. I do not want to grab anything that's been inside that.
The funniest part about this entire experience is that I was sat there and I look over to the other people that are in the show, and it's everyone with the exact same expressions on their faces, and it's this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's, what have I gotten myself into? What?
You look around and there's these older men in there, like groups of men. And
They're always in the back.
Yeah, always in the back. And what the people would do is grab these girls that are there, girls I say, and they sit them down with the men, and the men obviously they do their thing. And so you go there for the ping pong show, but they're trying to sell you something else on the side. I think that's the whole point of it.
Yeah, so in my head, I thought it was going to be like a proper show. Like, I thought it was like cabaret.
Yeah.
Woo, fun. Not that. That felt dirty. That felt dodgy. I felt uncomfortable with these women. I'll be so honest.
Actually, my arm does itch a little bit. I probably do have a bit of an STD, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, Callum. The things we did, you lot, the things we got up to this trip was just, it was too much.
So many stories. We'll be telling stories like this for weeks. I'm telling you, it was just absolutely mental.
You're going to get sick of us talking about Thailand. We're going to be that couple that's like, I went travelling once and I saw this.
I went travelling for 30 days.
And it changed my perspective on life.
I think we should go back to Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Maybe the Philippines. I want to do Bali.
Yeah.
I've been hearing Bali's quite shit, actually.
You know, I think we were going to go straight after Thailand, but I did not realise that because they're on the lower side of the equator, their summer is the same as our summer. So if we'd have gone there now, it would have actually been cold.
Oh.
So right now it's cold and raining, so it's not the time of year to go yet. Their summer starts in like May to like
I didn't know
September,
that.
like us, yeah. So I was a bit gutted about it. I was like, going from Thailand, which is like 36 degrees, beautiful, sunny, to then go to Bali, it would have been a bit shit. But,
Yeah.
you know, things happen. Everything happens for a reason. We didn't go there now, but we will go there one day.
Just get me to Spain. How about that?
España, como te quiero. Oh,
What does that mean?
how much I love you.
Oh, how much I love you.
Callum's actually really been trying to learn Spanish. We'll get into that another time. So there's just too much to go into.
Yeah, but you're the worst Spanish teacher.
I've been really... Right, hand. How'd you say hand? We did a little lesson last night.
Mano.
Window. Okay, he's already stopped at the first hurdle.
Bendeza.
No, almost though. Ventana.
Ventana.
Yeah. Chair.
Coche.
That's a car.
Oh, shit. I don't know.
Chair. Sia.
Sia. Just call it a chair. Cheer. Cheer.
I was saying to him, I was like, how do you say day? He was like, day.
Day. Dia.
Dia.
Sí, claro. Muy bien. ¿No?
Ah!
Coño.
You bastard.
The thing is, my accent's good, right? My accent's
You've got
decent.
a fun, and your voice goes really deep in it. Because
Sí.
Callum's voice in real life isn't. He's not very like speaker. But
Go on.
no,
Say it with your chest.
no, I don't mean. I mean that you've got a deep voice, but it's, I don't. What? Shut up. Like just because you're offended that I said you don't have a very deep voice.
Hannah posted it. I know I don't have a deep voice. I know I don't have a deep voice. Anyway, Hannah posted this TikTok the other day, right? What one was it? Come with me to Thailand. Oh my God. She played this out, right? Out loud and was like, oh my God, is that Gemma Collins? You never watched like Gemma Collins.
No, and he was
Bruv.
so rude.
It wasn't rude. It was just like, I was so shocked there was you.
I was filming a last second video. He's recovering from food poisoning. He's just gone to the toilet. I've put the camera on. I was like, I'm currently in Thailand.
I'm currently in
No,
Thailand.
I didn't sound like that.
Get the video up. Get the
I'm
video
not
up.
playing it.
Get
No,
the video
because
up.
you laughed at me, and that's rude. Do I ever laugh at your content?
Right.
Do I ever laugh at your content? Recently, Callum's been laughing at me a lot when I've been showing him my content. I'm actually not even happy about it.
No. Right. So Hannah wanted to do this video where it was a transition, right?
Oh, here we go.
And
Let's just
what
shit
we
on-
would
shit on
do-
Hannah Day.
What we would do is film us like this and do that. And the aim was to do that every time and get it into a clean transition.
No,
However, Hannah's
I
doing
said
this.
from the start that was not the aim. I said from the start I just wanted it to be a cutesy video of all the places we've been to while we were traveling.
Just admit like you was trying to do
I
the transition.
swear on my life, I was not trying to do that, and you laughed at me when I showed you the video, and it's really rude. So, guys, this is what it's like when you work together. Is that constructive criticism turns into an argument? Okay.
Constructive criticism. She said it. Constructive
I didn't ask for
criticism is
I
good.
didn't ask for any.
Because I'm trying to just show you
No.
what you can do to get better engagement.
Show me what I can do by laughing in my face when I'm showing you my video. I'm currently in Thailand, and you literally like were just cracking up at me, and I'm sat there like,
Please play it.
no,
Please.
no.
Please play
Why
it
don't you
for the
show?
audience.
Why don't you show everyone the before and after of yesterday's video where you had crusty feet, and then you had to clip them and clean them, and then put your feet in again? Go
Why
on.
would you do that?
There you go.
That's not funny.
It's
we,
not
we
nice,
don't, we
is it?
don't talk about
Yeah.
that. All right. All right, we'll talk about it. So I filmed a video yesterday and I had to wear Birkenstocks in this video and it was a close-up shot of my feet. I looked back at the video. Oh, my God. It looked like
Crusty pig's
a
trotters.
shedding
Yeah.
snake.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. Dry. Didn't cut my toenails. So I had to reshoot it. And then I had to cut my toenails, file them, give myself a little pedicure and cream them. As a man, right, who used to work in construction, his feet are a little bit battered. Okay? From
Cal-
wearing...
Callum, who has not worked in construction for 2 years. No, 3 years.
You're actually a bully. It's not even fair.
No, let's not do that now when you're the one that's been laughing at me every time I've been showing you on my videos. And let me just reiterate that transition video that we were talking about was for our couples page, not for my page, for us. And I spent so long doing it, and I edited it, and I posted it, and he laughed. So
No, I laughed way before you posted
no, I'm
it.
bitter about it. Me and Gonk are going to leave now. Got my Gonk there.
Absolutely.
I'm bitter.
ridiculous.
Listen, we've literally spent 5 weeks together. You lot, we're fucking losing our minds.
We have spent a long time together. And then she, like, we obviously come home 2 days ago and Hannah's like, oh, babe, I'll be at yours tomorrow. No, I'm joking. That was a joke. That was genuinely a joke. It was actually weird sleeping in the bed without you.
It was, do you know what was weird?
What?
Having a good sleep.
No, we was
I'm
having
joking.
good sleeps.
Why are we getting mean to each other now?
I know. I think we need to sort of get a divorce.
Oh, the divorce that isn't even in place because we haven't marriage. Yeah, no attempted proposal this trip, you lot. Maybe the next one.
Who
Hey.
proposes in Thailand? In Thailand.
Shut the cameras. Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. We're going to argue. This is also, no, let me just say, this is probably the extent that me and Callum will argue. This is like our...
Yeah,
This is
literally,
our-
no. We never go any further than this. We don't really argue too much, do we?
No, but I can feel one coming on if you keep saying being...
Okay.
Give me constructive criticism.
All right. I won't give you constructive criticism anymore. Make your videos. And if it's shit, I won't tell you.
Yeah, don't.
All right, I won't.
Shit is relative to other people. Someone that might hate something, another may love. Beauty is objective to the person. Subjective.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Beautifully said.
Thank you very much. Anyway, we're going to shut this podcast off here. And honestly, it actually feels really good to be back because I've been feeling so lazy not having this to edit. Like,
Not even that. We've
It's
got so much to talk about.
so
We've
much.
got so... I could yap for days about everything we
oh
got to talk
God, like
about.
I want to talk about my tattoo. I want to talk about driving a bit more. Like, we've got so much to talk about.
Yeah.
But if we did it all here, we'd be here for 6 hours.
What you want?
And my cameras aren't that good.
And I think we'd both kill each other at that point.
Yeah, we would, to be fair. But it's good to be back. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Bedtime Stories
Woohoo!
Podcast. Thank you all for listening. It's been an absolute pleasure. Peace and love.
Bye.